Good afternoon. Welcome to Midday Prayer. It is a gorgeous Monday afternoon. Thank you all if you were waiting for your patience. Uh, per usual, on most Mondays, things work very slowly, so I just go with the flow. We will begin in a minute. I'm just going to wait to see if people show up, make sure I am showing up on Facebook, and then we will begin. All right. I see that at least a couple people are online and I can see that I am live. So good. Thank you so much for your patience. All right. We're going to begin our time with another scripture reading, maybe a little reflection, and a song and a prayer. Hello, Lynn. So good to see you online today. Welcome. All right, today's scripture reading is from the Psalms. We're reading Psalm 103, verses 6 through 12. And that's not the right one, so I'm going to go ahead and take that down. Sorry, I must have uploaded the wrong one. Give me 1 second, please. That was from last week. Oh, I love when these things happen. Keeps you honest. Let's make sure this is the right one. Yes. All right. Now we'll put it up there. Good afternoon, Diane. Welcome. All right. I'm going to read it a couple of times and then I will put it on the screen as I usually do. Feel free to share anything that shows up or comes up for you today that, like, maybe connects with you or changes your perspective or just reminds you of something you already know. Whatever that thing is, okay? I'll read it first. The Lord works righteousness. The Lord works righteousness, does justice for all who are oppressed. God made his ways known to Moses, made his deeds known to the Israelites. The Lord is compassionate and merciful, very patient and full of faithful love. God won't always play the judge. He won't be angry forever. He doesn't deal with us according to our sin or repay us according to our wrongdoing. Because as high as heaven is above the earth, that's how large God's faithful love is for those who honor him. As far as east is from west, that's how far God has removed our sin from us. I'll read it one more time and then I'll put it up on the screen for you to read for yourself. Feel free to share your thoughts, anything that comes up for you, okay? One more time. The Lord works righteousness, does justice for all who are oppressed. God made his ways known to Moses, made his deeds known to the Israelites. The Lord is compassionate and merciful, very patient and full of faithful love. God won't always play the judge. He won't be angry forever. He doesn't deal with us according to our sin or repay us according to our wrongdoing. Because as high as heaven is above the earth, that's how large God's faithful love is for those who honor him. As far as east is from west, that's how far God has removed our sin from us. All right, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Feel free to read it to yourselves, take any notes, share. Please, oh, please share what comes up for you. All right. Um, for me, there are a few things that are just really resonating this afternoon on this beautiful day outside. Um, one of them being the message about God's compassion and mercy and patience and the faithfulness of God's love. All of those attributes that are often not highlighted as much, especially when we speak of the Hebrew Bible. Um, People tend to think or assume that God is kind of like rah in the Hebrew scriptures, but there's many aspects of the scriptures that show us how faithful God's love is for people. And so I'm grateful for the psalm that reminds us of that. Um, and that the extent, the length, the magnitude of that love being something that we get to um, experience now in our lives, and especially through our hardships. So that's what I want to highlight. Lynn shares that last passage. Thank you, Lynn. Yes. And I think for those of us who might be inclined to more feelings of shame and guilt in our lives, this is very much, hopefully, an assuring reminder that God is a faithful and forgiving and merciful God. Um, and sometimes we just need to be reminded of that, especially when we are holding on to our own things that, whatever they are, in whatever capacity, for whatever reason, right? So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much. Feel free again to share anything that comes up for you. I'm going to go move on to the song. And well, a bird just flew over my head. Is actually pretty cool. My cat's outside and she's really excited about this bird. Oh, man. I've done this song before. It feels like a really good day to sing it, just as a reminder that God's peace can sometimes be enough for us to rest our bodies, and not be so overwhelmed and overworked by all the things that we think we must do, right? Um, I'm sorry. I am very distracted by these birds. Okay, I'm gonna sing. Uh, I'm actually, before I sing, I want to share this with Diane put. hmm I I think that there is some definite response of our the ways in which we honor God, for sure. I wonder about the things, and it does say in the scripture, so I appreciate you pointing that out, Diane. I wonder about the things that can often feel transactional, though, um, in the ways in which we worship and honor God, and the thought of that being the kind of basis of God's faithfulness. So I often wonder about like that, holding those together and what that looks like. In no way am I questioning what you wrote. It just brought up a thought for me. So yeah, just thinking about it. I'm now going to sing because clearly I'm highly distracted today by birds and comments. So, all right. If you will, please find a place of groundedness, however that looks for you. Plant your feet if need be. Close your eyes, whatever that looks like, so we can continue our time together. This is the beginning of our prayer. It starts with the song, per usual, from me, and then a prayer. Okay. In the peace of God, find rest. In the power of God, find strength. In the love of God, find grace. In God's peace, find rest. In the peace of God, find rest. In the power of God, find peace, strength. In the love of God, find grace. In God's peace, find rest. In the peace of God, find rest. In the power of God, find strength.